Hey guys, it's me, Mikayla. So sorry I missed last week's video. I don't know what came over me. I was slacking. I woke up that morning, la-di-da-di-da. I looked at the date. I was like, when is Friday? And it was Friday. So, no video last week. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's get started. As you can tell by the title, this is another Freaky Friday video, but it's not really freaky. For some people it might be, but I generally wouldn't say it was freaky. I mean, sometimes maybe it could be like terrifying to some people, me sometimes, but yeah, today's video is gonna be about love, amour, all that stuff. So I have my notes on my laptop this time instead of my beautiful, where'd it go? I don't know, instead of my notebook. So if you see me looking down, that is why. I should get like a little table so I could just like, yeah, we're not at that stage yet, so alright, let's get into it. First thing about love that I want to mention is there are so many different types of love that in our country, in America, and I think probably in England too, there's only one word for it, just love. Like, just love, that's it, that's the only word. But in other nations and in other countries and in other ancient societies, they had like 50 different words for all the different types of love. So first I want to start off with the definition of love, the dictionary definition of love. An intense feeling of deep attraction. Okay, that's extremely broad. So let's look at different types of love. We're starting with Greece. In ancient Greek times, they had, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, also all the links, all my sources are going to be linked down below, and there's actually a video that goes with these words that explains it beautifully, more elegantly than I ever could imagine. So the first type of Greek love is storge, S-T-O-R-G-E. That is the empathy bond. So when someone was going through a tough time, you'd have storge love for them. Philia, which is the friend bond, so me and my best friend have philia, like I philia for her. Eros, which is the erotic bond. I think we can all make a connection with Eros. Agape, which is the unconditional God love bond. Another interesting word I found, which I will also link in the description, is this Russian word, and I do not know how to pronounce it. I will put it on the screen right here. It's razbluto, and it is the Russian sentimental feeling you can often feel towards someone you used to love but no longer do. Wow, I have been looking for this word for years, because like that's such a distinct feeling. It's like you really, like, the only way you can describe it is like, I love you, like in America it's like, I love you but I don't love you anymore. I feel happy when I think about the past, but I don't love you. You know, it's confusing, but this encapsulates it perfectly. Anyway, I got really excited about that word. Also, I found that on the thought catalog, which it had 25 untranslatable foreign words that describe love better than you ever thought, and it did. Oh, it did. Next, I want to talk about the 5 love languages. I'm pretty sure we all have heard of the 5 love languages. It's basically these 5 types of ways to show you love someone, and everybody has a different language of love that is more intense to them, that they find more important. So by knowing your partner's love language, you can use that language to show that you love them, because your love language might be different than their love language. And if you guys both know each other's love languages, you can give them what they like, and then they can give you what you like, and then you guys will both be happy and in love. So let's start with number 1. The first one is words of affirmation. So basically, people who prefer to hear the words, I love you, you're doing great, you look beautiful, you're amazing, people who like to hear exactly what makes them lovable, like that they value affirmations, which is it's very common. Quality time, another very common one. This person likes to spend time with you, and that could be in any type of way. You guys can literally be sitting in the same room reading a book or playing a video game or something, and that could be a type of quality time. That could be somebody's love language of quality time. Another one can be going on a picnic. Just spending time with the other person shows them like that you love them, because you've taken time out of your day, out of your week, out of your busy schedule to actually be face to face with them. Receiving gifts. This one is common, and people think it's totally only girls like receiving gifts, but no. A lot of dudes get the receiving gifts as their main love language. And obviously this means they like gifts, so they like getting flowers, they like getting chocolates, they love Valentine's Day, they like when you surprise them with little gifts and stuff like that. Number 4, acts of service. They like when people who with a love language of acts of service, they like when you wash the dishes without them asking you to, they like when you do the laundry, they like when you help them with something they're working on that they have trouble working with, because it shows that even though you may not have the skill to do whatever it is that they're doing, but you actively show that you want to do something for them, you want to help them, and that shows them that you love them. And it says right here, people who thrive on this language do not deal well with broken promises or perceived laziness, and have a very little tolerance for people who make more work for them. So basically, if you're not willing to show your appreciation by doing them a favor, you're saying you don't value them. Number 5, physical touch. This is common. Most people have this love language. They're all common. I think what it is that everybody has each of these love languages, but like they're all together, but some of them are just more important than others. So they like to be touched, they like hugs, they like kisses, they like whenever you're really close to them, they like skin-to-skin contact, they like holding hands, they like eye contact. That's what somebody with number 5, the physical touch, as their love language likes. So, that being said, I took the quiz like 2 years ago. Let's see what mine is. So, basically what it does, it asks you a whole bunch of questions, and then it, for however many questions you chose a specific love language for, that's the like number you have next to it. So for me, physical touch is number 9, quality time is 7. I got 9. 9 for physical touch, 7 for quality time, 6 for words of affirmation, 5 for acts of service, and 3 for receiving gifts, which I don't know if that's right. Maybe people change, because I really like gifts. Like, I don't know. But I definitely agree with physical touch and quality time. So let's look at the actual definitions that I got. So physical touch was my main love language, and it says, a person whose primary language is physical touch is not surprisingly very touchy. Hugs, pats on the back, and thoughtful touches on the arm. They can all be ways to show excitement, concern, care, and love. Physical presence and accessibility are crucial, while neglect or abuse can be unforgivable and destructive. Appropriate and timely touches communicate warmth, safety, and love to you. Yes. My second one was quality time, and yes, I totally agree with that, because I am one of those people who is like, hey, do you want to hang out? And then they come over, and I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, I could literally just sit here and be in the same room with you, and that's good enough. For quality time, it says, in quality time, nothing says I love you like full undivided attention. Being there for this type of person is crucial, but really being there, with the TV off, fork and knife down, and all chores and tasks on standby, makes you feel truly special and loved. Distractions, postponed activities, or the failure to listen can be especially hurtful. Whether it is spending uninterrupted time talking with someone or else doing activities together, you deepen your connection with others through sharing time. I talk a lot, man. Like, you can play video games and listen to me talk. Like, I'm good. But yeah, so basically everything else what I said before for the other languages. You guys, I'm gonna have the test in the description box down below. You should all take it and then come back and comment. Tell me what your primary love language is. Basically what I wanted to say was, isn't it interesting how in America and I guess, I don't know, in where I live, in my society, we value love so much. Like, love is the main thing that we are looking for. Love is the reason we do the things that we do, because we want, most people, not everybody, but it's like put upon us that you should get a good job, meet somebody, fall in love, get married, have kids. Like, that's how it should be. And we only have one definition of love, which is an intense feeling of deep affection. That's not good enough to me, because I love so many things. Like, I love pizza, alright? I love pizza. But it's weird whenever, like, if I was in another country or something, I would be able to have a different word for love, for my love of food. Like in sign language. I took sign language. They have like 3 different types of signs for love. They have love, or 2. They have love for inanimate objects and love for like a person. Even in sign language, they have more words for love than we do. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. So, with that being said, you guys should go to the link in the description box, take the 5 love languages quiz, and tell me what your primary love language is, and if you knew or if you didn't know. And yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video, guys. See you later.